So now here we are in the sewers. It's very dark, and Akiyama's saying, "Oh, it's very dark," but I'm not afraid because I'm very manly. And he says, "Don't worry about it. I have a little torch for you." And so you turn on this little torch. I don't know if the batteries are capable of running out. There is a battery meter displayed on the screen, which implies the possibility of no batteries.
It's interesting that that torch provides a little beam of light in front of you, but it's also lighting up behind you as well.
Yeah, I guess it's so you can see.
Yeah.
It's one of my things that I don't really like in video games is when I can't actually see what's happening. Which is something that Dead Space tends to fall prey to now and then. And here I do a brilliant job of actually failing the QTE, so that my bullet just sort of bounces off the corner of this little thing here, and they all go, nah.
So it's probably just a broom cupboard.
It probably was just a broom cupboard, yeah. It's probably just like full of bees or something. Don't know, I've never been in a Japanese sewer, no matter what anyone may tell you. There's a certain exploration element available in here, because this is, I'm just going down here because I saw a shiny thing.
It succeeded in blowing up what looked like a Hoover.
Yes, that's right. They're very explosive.
Probably a gas can. But
we see here that I'm at your prompting earlier. I decided to switch through some of the available weapons. You can carry 4. Each character's got a unique one, which is usually mapped to the down button, and then on the left, right, and up, you can place a selection of others. I've got a shotgun, a M16, and a submachine gun, I believe.
So his unique weapons are the dual pistols.
That's right, yeah, he dual wields pistols. I believe Kiryu carries a deadly sniper rifle. Majima Goro has a shotgun, an automatic shotgun, and as mentioned earlier, Goro Ryuji has a giant chain gun instead of an arm. He's also got a fur coat, I think. I'm really looking forward to playing as him.
Does he use the fur coat to slay zombies?
I hope so.
Like, chuck it over their head or something and
then set fire to it, yeah.
Or guide them towards traffic.
Yes, yeah.
Safety is this way.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. And again, I'm not sure what form the various character sections will take. In number 4, it's a kind of portmanteau kind of thing where you switch between each character in a sort of linear fashion. So you'll play, 5 chapters with Akiyama, 5 with Tanimura, 5 with Saejima, and then I think you only played about 2 or 3 with Kiryu, which leads me to think, along with the fact that he's sidelined for this demo, that the developers are getting tired of him, which breaks my heart, because you can't get tired of Kiryu. He's like the sky and the sun and the sea.
Well, I can imagine them thinking, now, what would zombies want with an orphanage?
Yeah.
Nothing really. All right, shove him to the side.
I understand he's brought into the story somehow, but that little girl he looks after has been abducted by Yakuza. I don't know why. Well, I was going to say it's probably a sex thing, but actually in Yakuza it almost never is. There's something kind of charming and chivalric about the world of Yakuza, which I find very endearing.
And now here's the second.
Yes, here's the witch, who is called Nakionna, Crying Lady. And she differs from her Left 4 Dead counterpart that she's homaging by not so much being a sort of fierce, shrieking mentalist who'll chase you all over the level while you weep and cry, and other people shoot you with rocket launchers trying to kill her. She instead will call in infinite waves of zombies until you eventually put her back in the grave where she belongs.
I see. Well, it's nice that they're taking a basic visual idea and then putting their own slant on it.
Yeah, I mean, my feeling about it is that this is a pastiche. This is a joke. This game, it's in the best possible way. It's a prankish piece of work.
Yeah, not a joke as in it's rubbish.
No, in that you're meant to smile and laugh and enjoy the humour of it, which I do at least. And to that extent, it's pastiching the zombie genre in video games. I'm sure if Dead Island had come out before this had finished development, there'd probably be a little girl kind of diving backwards through a window. But perhaps if they're doing Off the End 2 of the Ender.
The Ender.
It wouldn't be the strangest thing I've seen written.
They wouldn't be able to do that because of Zone of the Enders.
No.
too much confusion.
I'll take your word for it. You can see popping up here, there's a number of little things alerting me that I'm earning XP for getting headshots and for killing a certain number of creatures. Now we're going to come around the corner and see Diogo Gotoku's take on the tank, who again has been modified slightly. One, he's not very tough, and two, you can only kill him by shooting him in his head. As you'll see, it goes down very easily. I believe so far that those are the only. How many have we seen? Is it 4? 3?
3.
3 types of special zombies so far, but I wouldn't be surprised to see others.
I believe they've got the ones with the long tongues as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I've seen something that looks very much like Resident Evil 4's. Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil generally's liquor in story trailers, as well as some really gigantic sort of Godzilla type things with no skin, which are charming. And you can see this. We've now finished the chapter there, and it ends with a slow motion headshot, a cool pose. And he's now telling me, "Come on, let's go up the ladder and escape to glorious freedom."
What I'm not quite understanding here is, if they so easily got past the army's barricade,
Yeah.
by just going through the sewers, which were full of zombies, and there's a very visible ladder, and obviously the cover's off because you can see sunlight coming down.
Yeah.
Why didn't the zombies get through?
They can't climb ladders. I don't know. I mean, what I'm wondering is, myself and a man who is not very fit and also probably drunk have managed to kill 300 zombies. Why are there like tanks strewn around and soldiers lying dead everywhere? I think, could they, I don't want to impugn the Japanese self-defense force. Perhaps they should just fire them all and hire Akiyama.
Just Akiyama.
Just Akiyama.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
need
he'd
anyone
patrol
else.
the coastline with binoculars.
They could get the bloke with the gun arm as well. I've forgotten his name.
I always forget his name as well. Goda Ryuji. Yeah, with magnificent blonde hair and a ridiculous accent. Which I find actually extremely difficult to understand because I don't really speak Kansai Japanese that well, although functionally.
Is Kansai Japanese the equivalent of like a Brummie accent?
Yeah, it's Japanese Geordie. I really wish they would do that for the localization, actually.
Thank you for playing. Presented by
Newb Review.